Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going.
And we are underway from MetLife Stadium.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
On play action, Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. This is caught by Williams.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Rodgers to throw once more.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. 3rd and 9 here.
Here's Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets.
Fielded just inside the 20. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sense that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
They go play action here. Purdy.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Will McDonald gets in there to take him down.
Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about
under pressure, and they got to him again.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. There's a fake on the Jets, sweeping instead. A give to Hall up the middle.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive.
Last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Jermaine Johnson
in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a 1st down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now Purdy.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
Flushed out right, and it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
How about the show put on by these 2 defenses in this first half? The fireworks don't have to be just offensively. Neither one of them given an inch, and that's good coverage once again there to force another 4th down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
at their own 14-yard line.
He'll give it to Hall to start the drive.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got it to Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Rodgers now to throw. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
And Wilson in motion left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
Pushed and shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a first down coming up.
The slot man in motion right.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
From midfield, here's Rodgers.
This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throw right side complete to Williams. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Still searching for that first breakthrough, and I thought this might be it. But it's not to be, and we're still scoreless.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
First play of the drive there is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd and 10. Back to throw, Purdy.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 38.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2nd down and 8. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Throwing now is Rodgers.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal.
This a 43-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. A 7-yard return following a punt for 45 yards.
And the Jets will take over. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10.
At about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Running left, it's Hall. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Throwing is Rodgers.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line.
A give, running right is Hall.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Now it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Jets are able to widen their advantage.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and controlled you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel.
up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this second quarter. They're moving it pretty good, and that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
This 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Purdy.
He's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room.
Rodgers now on first down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A final shot before half for Rodgers.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here's Purdy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to...
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, now Rodgers.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. Adding 2nd down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
To throw is Rodgers. Out to the right here to Wilson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
Said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall.
Unable to corral him. He fights through. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the counter, it's Hall.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers.
They'll find Williams on the slant. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They'll run with Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall.
An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
And so they run it in on the two-point try. And it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for two. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Open man is Samuel, complete.
And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late.
Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Oh, what a catch by Ayuk. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31.
Purdy looking to throw.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Jermaine Johnson,
his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he gets it down to the 32. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
New York set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And got his man complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 50 yards. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. And
Now we've got a stoppage for an injured player, and that appears to be Garrett Wilson, who is shaken up on the play.
The offense on third down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with Hall.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall
with his 2nd touchdown of the night. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
The Niners set to take over on offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Purdy. That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a 1st down here. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Throwing here, Purdy.
Rolling to his right. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Purdy completes this one here to McCaffrey.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
High throw, but the catch is made.
And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And the Jets set to take the field.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here?
McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 5.
Now Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Paul on a give up the middle.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Hall. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll give to Hall. And he will have a Jets first down, and that should just about do it.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a